the dice can create a miracle.
Well, Paul, you're going to sing us in this time?
No.
Damn it.
It's hero casting time. I don't know what song this is.
Sit on that hero casting couch.
Hero cast.
Why do we do a regular?
Hero, cast. Cast.
Wow.
A little bit softer now.
HeroCast!
It's weird that we
Is
didn't
Heroes
do
in
a
a
test
cast
recording.
show now?
Alright, oh
So
jeez.
dumb.
Welcome to episode 4 of HeroCast. Fucking finally.
Should we do a test recording first before?
Episode Charmander.
Oh, that's awesome!
Oh, that's cool.
That's Demon Queen. Who drew that?
Emily.
Emily, that's awesome.
It's Chibi Demon Queen that I didn't color because I couldn't find a red
Oh,
pencil.
that's awesome.
Alright, so yes, HeroCast. If for some godforsaken reason you haven't listened to the other 3 episodes, this is a side project on the Castranger channel where we are playing a superhero-themed tabletop campaign. And our good friend Tom here is our GM.
GM?
Yeah.
Game
He's
Master.
our general manager?
Yes, I'm General
Yeah,
Manager
this
of
is
your
a big
imagination.
table to reach Florida.
So you're Captain N?
Yes.
The game.
The Game
Oh, it's
Master.
Game Master. I play.
Yeah, same thing.
Wouldn't it be DM though?
Dungeon Master is a registered trademark of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Wizards of the Coast.
you want to get
Do
sued?
you have to pay them to use it? Or?
No, you don't actually. I just prefer Game Master because it works for everything.
It's more generic. It's more a widespread umbrella term.
So anyway,
There aren't any dungeons in
Yeah.
this.
it has
Right.
been several weeks since our heroes were. We last checked in on our heroes,
Dropped her.
and in those weeks, all of our heroes have been doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Slight has been practicing his abilities. He's actually teamed up with Silent Striker a few times. Remember the mime superhero?
Mm-hmm.
And has gone on some missions, and you have built up your reputation a bit as being a bit of a wild card.
Mm.
Which people like to say because, you know, you're a magician. You might have cards.
Wild card, bitches!
You have, Itchy, Midnight Shoot, has been working with TechnoFox, honing your equipment. And you've been going on a lot of night-related raids, kind of Batmaning it a bit, you know, like stopping crimes from happening, like robberies.
Okay,
Very kind of like vigilante style, which I assume is kind of what you're after.
sure.
Gar, you have been training very heavily with the Goggle Hero, and you have not had any significant growths.
Just the way I like it.
But you have gone on a few missions, and you have proven to be very decent on a few missions, but you haven't done anything really glorious.
I helped an old lady cross the street.
Yeah, or at one point, you there was a old lady that had a cat up a tree, and you helped it. You couldn't grow large enough, so you just pushed the tree over and got the cat out. Either way, everybody was
Help
happy.
old ladies cross the street by throwing them.
Fine, is Fine your character's name is?
Yes.
Fine has been helping Fine because your character has psychic abilities, right?
Yep.
So what I had for your character is there was a missing child, and a high-profile missing child, like from one of the politicians in the city, and you used your psychic powers to find them and uncover a kidnapping ring, which was dismantled.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
Yeah,
You
so
did-
we're all
The kidnapping part,
proving
the,
ourselves.
Building part.
Lane, his character, L13, has been retraining the police force into how to deal with superhero crime.
Get good, fleshy cops.
Yeah. And they have this new greeting that they do, which looks suspiciously like a dab, but, you know, they haven't noticed yet.
God damn it.
God damn it.
I was thinking it.
Blaze, your character went undercover to smuggle a multi-billion-dollar diamond smuggling ring.
Nice.
And you brought down a small criminal empire.
We found out who smuggles the smugglers.
Also, there has been a gang of cybernetically enhanced supervillains that are basically they would turn on their cybernetic implants and start trashing parts of the city. Most notably, a powerful mutant known as Elephant Dan, who is 9 feet tall with like crazy elephant. He's kind of like the Rhino from Spider-Man, but an elephant.
Elephant Dan?
Elephant Dan instead of the
Once
Elephant
I came
Man.
to find something.
Is there a joke I'm missing?
The Elephant Man.
John
Oh,
Hurt.
yeah, John Merrick, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Santa apparently missed because he had to put away the dishes. Next time, skip the dishes, Santa Bear. Use our code for skip the dishes. Anyway, so Elephant Dan, after other superheroes have taken down most of his people, started a huge rampage down by City Hall right when there was a big sporting event happening. And Demon Queen showed up, and in a spectacular fight that got on the 11 o'clock news, she beat the ever-living shit out of him.
I found Elephant Dam.
Well, it turns out it was
I'm disappointed you didn't shop a trunk on him.
Yeah.
But he's got Breaking Mammoth.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what?
It's not me.
You know what? You get full points then.
That wasn't me.
Oh, God, what?
Who was that?
Someone had a completely independent thought to make this.
Yeah, it was Decker.
I call
HeroCaster.
bullshit.
Anyway, so things have been pretty good. Our people in HeroCast have been doing quite well. We are getting a lot of exposure, a lot of screen time, and people are starting to know who we are. The most popular of which are Mr. Slight, Demon Queen, and L13, because they are the ones that the public is grasping on the most. Mostly Paul, because you are mysterious and magic is in right now. And they have clear footage of you, whereas everything of Midnight Shoot is always blurry like he's a Yeti. And Gar, well, you know why you're not up there. Because they don't really... your character, they don't know what you do. They know that you're pretty strong and you've got a cool suit, but they really don't know what you're capable of.
Like, what do you do?
I'm a big...
What would you
I'm a
do?
big-
That was the interview we had
For
with the incredible growing hero that doesn't have a name.
Working on yourself.
Gargantuan.
He threw up in his helmet.
That's probably the biggest thing. You don't have a merchandisable name. Like, there's Demon Queen mouse pads available everywhere.
Oh, God.
There's, like, Mr. Slight coffee mugs.
I think I can guess what kind of mouse pad.
And just so you know, Fua action figures and plush dolls will be available in time for Christmas.
As long as you buy this cardboard condo, and that assures you that you will get the figures.
Also, what's been happening is a strange comet was heading toward the Earth. Scientists realized that it would collide with Earth on Christmas Eve. So, they sent out a spaceship with a bunch of other HeroCasters, and Pinnacle has basically done several attack runs, breaking the comet into smaller pieces and changing the trajectory. There is one chunk that is still headed toward Earth, but it is a small chunk, and scientists are confident that will break up in atmosphere and there'll be an amazing light show on Christmas Eve.
Huh?
It is now Christmas Eve.
We're endangering the Earth for a fireworks show.
It is Christmas. It is Christmas Eve, and there's not. God damn it! I'm putting this away. It is Christmas Eve, and there has not been much crime lately. There is a big, huge kind of like gathering. There's like a concert going on, and a lot of people gathered in downtown to kind of celebrate Christmas Eve and to watch the light show, which as it starts is pretty interesting. There's like streaks going, like shooting stars everywhere. Lane is deployed elsewhere. And the rest of us are kind of like just walking the crowd. Mostly kind of like half of it is just to be seen, to build the public image of HeroCast. Then we're not expected to really do anything. And the crowd is going on. There's a lot of people happy. There's people walking up to you, Paul, and they want to do a selfie.
Ah, cool. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Ready to go. Come on.
Just roll for selfie.
Come on, everybody. What's selfie?
And there are about like 1,000 children surrounding Fine, and they're all, because you're in your little animal mode, right?
Yep.
So they all want to hug you really badly.
Fine doesn't mind.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Meanwhile, Gar's character, Midnight Shoot, and Dylan are just kind of hanging out by this kind of control area where, you know, like the event planners and all the security are kind of.
Question.
Yep.
Are we in suit or out of suit?
It's up to you.
Did you say where I was?
I would say. Oh, sorry. I'll get to you in second place. You should be in suit. You are, showing yourself publicly. Dylan is not in suit because Dylan doesn't want to, Demon Queen out until she's needed.
It's like having the Hulk walk around.
Blaze, you are also in the back area with the group.
Right.
Your character, unfortunately. Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh no, you did the. Your character, though, has done some great things for your career. most of what you do is ninja-like, so they don't have a lot of footage of it. So you are popular, but people don't recognize you in a crowd as easily.
I took down a group of smugglers by hand, solo.
By paw.
Yeah.
Did you just make a
Damn
Star Wars holiday special reference?
Yeah.
You little bitch.
I saw it a few weeks ago, and it was hilarious.
It is, yeah.
You hear over the radio, Singularity comes on. How's everything going down at City Hall?
It's all good so far. No problems to report.
We have pretty much nothing.
How are you?
The only stuff we have on the scanners is minor. There's a robbery a few blocks away, but the local android. We have a couple of androids on it. Nothing really big. Should be a quiet night, so feel free to enjoy yourself a little bit.
Man, it's such a great Christmas to be in the year whatever we are in right now.
You mean 20XX?
Yeah, 20XDX.
In the year of our Lord 20XD.
Yeah. Well, it's like, oh wow, we're really having great in 2005. But anyway, we don't. It's whatever year you imagine. Anyway, the mayor is
1842.
the mayor is up. He's known as Mayor Bear, and his last name is Bear. And he
He's
stands
from
up
Vegas.
and he starts giving a speech in the voice that Bear has. Yeah, he's like, oh, I am Mayor Bear. It has been a good year for our city. Bear makes city better next year.
Me barely holding on.
Bear will expand subway infrastructure.
Just
Bear
bear with
Oh,
me.
yeah, he did it before I had a chance to.
That's his campaign slogan.
Me promise to
Just
bear.
bear with me.
Yeah.
He promised to bear entire plan.
Yeah. Anyway, so a big flash happens in the sky, and everyone looks up, and they're like, "Ooh!" And you hear an alarm. You hear an alarm go off through the large object entering atmosphere. Large object entering atmosphere.
Hey, Santa Claus is coming, guys.
It's
Kid's like,
not that
really?
it's broken
This kid's
into
looking up at
manageable
you.
chunks.
Is that Santa coming?
Yep, Santa's coming to deliver all your gifts, so y'all better go home quickly to go see your parents.
A giant fireball is heading right toward the city.
It's
In fact,
big
those-
and red.
He's covered in Christmas magic.
In fact, you should go home right now.
Singularity comes over, and you hear like a like there's interference. Like you can still hear her, but you hear like there's something. It's not breaking up in the atmosphere. There's something inside the rock coming to Earth.
Oh, joy.
So as you see the smoke thing, it crashes down into the sports ball stadium.
Joy to the world.
And it is this long, kind of cylindrical, like 10-story tall craft is now sticking out, and there are modules on the outside that are lighting up.
Oh my god, it's the inanimate carbon rod!
Not
And
an
you
inanimate
see-
carbon rod.
Things detaching from it, and then they get up, and they look to be kind of like, almost like Kabutomon. You know, like that.
You mean worms?
Yeah, they kind of look like worms, but they're kind of like they're these aliens, and they're getting into marching patterns, and you hear the retreat. This is an order. Retreat. Fall back to HeroCAST headquarters. You are not trained to handle this situation.
We are not authorized.
These things, we've seen them before. They are very powerful. You have not been trained. You have to fall back to a safe position. However, as they're marching forward, you see that there is basically an intersection, like a kind of a Times Square kind of intersection. Behind you is 5,000 people and a residential district. And if they keep going, they will attack that residential district.
Well,
But they have to get past this tight street to do it.
Oh man, if only John Mullane was here.
Who?
I don't know.
You don't know John Mulaney?
no.
No?
He's a great comedian.
He's the one who did the Salt and Pepper Diner.
You know who's else a great comedian? Me. Let's continue.
Well, that's true.
Very cool.
Guys, I meant John McClane.
Oh,
Oh.
I still don't know who that
John
is.
McClaney.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Anyway.
Are you really surprised?
Yeah.
Salt
Anyway.
and Pepper Die Hard. I don't know. I haven't seen Die Hard yet still.
So, they are falling back to a safe position. And the cops are falling back to a safe position, and they're trying to hold people back, but in the amount of crowd, even though they've hit the sirens to evacuate, they're going to take forever to get out of there.
So we have to hold the line.
Yeah. Dylan looks up. Are we actually going to retreat?
I mean,
Was that ever an option?
I don't know. I feel that this is an order I can't follow.
Come on, guys.
Is there some way that we could block off the aliens from the civilians?
Well, we could make a barricade in the area they're in.
A barricade?
Yeah.
Mayor Bear?
They called him the Barricade back in his wrestling days.
Yep. I'm picturing like Mayor Bear is wearing like a luchador mask with a bear face and like a suit, but he's like really buff.
Yeah.
Where is he? He's at the Bear Arcade.
Anyway.
May I ask a question?
Yeah. Okay. So you can like move cars and everything and put them into a funnel. However, something has to engage them.
Emily has a question.
Yes.
Yes. How far can Fiends telepathy reach?
Right now. Sorry. What do you want to do?
Actually, this is going to sound weird, but I want to read Singularity's mind.
You can't read Singularity's mind.
Okay.
Singularity's mind is a machine.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
What if we tried talking to the aliens?
Yeah, you want to try to communicate with the aliens, fine? Like, reach out mentally toward them?
Yes. Fine moves forward, just bounces toward the aliens, but stops a safe distance away and sort of tries to will a communication with them.
You connect. You see a flash of this, like, collected consciousness and the orders of destroy. You see flashes of them jumping from planet to planet, these things as a disposable army. They literally are generated temporarily out of basically base matter from the transmitter, and they only last for a few hours, but they can destroy a lot. And as long as the machine is activated, it can create thousands more. You see your world, and them being sent down several spines at a time, these creatures flooding over your people, murdering them. And you see guiding them are these kind of iridescent, glowing, blue-skinned creatures, the ones who destroyed your world.
Yikes.
Holy crap.
So these things are the tools that help the alien overlords enslave your world.
Reminds me of the movie Slither.
Yeah. So you are noticeably shocked by this. This is terrifying to you.
Absolutely shaking. It's shaking, but then do I have to roll to turn into my megaform?
No, you can do it defensively automatically.
Yeah. In a burst of light immediately before saying anything to the others, Fine bursts into her megaform and puts her arm sort of protectively over them and
Warp Digimon.
Basically,
I don't think it's gonna be okay.
Well, something didn't seem right, I guess. Like I'm assuming you haven't told us what you saw yet.
No, she hasn't.
Looks like everything is not fine.
Yes.
Dylan comes
This
forward.
is them.
Fine, what did you see?
This is them. The army. They belong to the ones.
Can we stop?
And he's just
Can we
trying
stop
to
them?
speak, but is sort of traumatized, honestly.
Are they invincible? Can you kill them?
The machine is a spawner.
So we got to take out that device.
And hold the
If
line.
we can. But we were never able to.
All right. Dylan steps forward and immediately turns into Demon Queen. I'll make the line. You guys come up with a way to strengthen it. And she leaps into the air and lands at the front line of the things and just starts wailing on them. She is able to, we're talking some of her punches, obliterate one of them, but for everyone she knocks down, there's two more ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And
however,
basically the experience Fine remembers from when they attacked.
So, but for the moment, they're focused on her. So now I need to know what each of you is going to do.
Can we? So are they? Am I interpreting this right? That they landed in a sports stadium and they're coming out through that stadium?
Yeah.
Can we get around through another entrance and get to this machine that's spawning them?
It's kind of like there's rubble around most of it, but you can try to sneak around.
Can Gar throw me to the top of the stadium?
I don't have that much super strength, but I can try.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, right now you're 2 blocks away. And they are flooding out down this thing, and the only other paths are semi-blocked. But you could get to them, but it would take you a while to go around. But this thing is not close enough to be thrown.
Fine. Do they have any weaknesses that you know of? I know that this is a troubling situation for you right now, but this is really important. Do they have any weaknesses that you can think of?
Fine. What you know is they're not particularly bright. They will not outsmart you. They basically just walk forward and kill anything that's in their path.
Yep.
So
I turn back towards.
They're not very defensive, meaning they hit hard, but they're easy to kill. Okay. And it's fine. You can be told you could figure out a weak spot where if you shoot them, they go down easy.
Yes.
And it is like at the
They're
base.
strength in numbers foot soldiers designed to overwhelm the enemy. They're not intelligent.
Okay. So...
And you do not see any of the glowing blue. I'm going to call them the blue overlords. You do
the
not
ones who
see.
sent them aren't here.
You do not see any.
The blue overlords.
Okay.
Ichi, what did you do?
The more you think, the more you think about these overlords, the more terrifying you get because you've only ever seen one, and they literally their skin is translucent. They like energy sparks off of them, and they are like.
These are the things that basically genocided a race.
Anytime any of your people tried to fight one, they were killed. You've never heard of any of them killing one.
She's just remembering basically everybody dying. So she's shaking. There's like little sparks of light coming off of her. She's not stable.
Alright, so we're going to go through one at a time and know what your strategy is for this stage of the battle. So for me, Demon Queen, she is engaged in close combat with the front line of these creatures, the mooks. Paul, you got any ideas for what you would like to do?
Take to the rooftops. Like, they're in a coliseum, right?
Well, no, they're heading out, like, think of it like Young and Dundas. Like, they're heading toward Young and Dundas, and you have to hold them so they can't get into the square.
So I feel like the best thing that we can do is isolate groups of them and corral them, and because they're fragile, just bombard them with, like, as many abilities as we can. So take to the rooftops, start dropping things that create, like, a corralling sort of thing, and then just get them all into one large group and have one of our more, like, you know, forward-powered heroes just blast them.
Okay, so for you to see to that, you see that there is a crane on top of a nearby building that has a giant gantry. Mm-hmm. You can crash the crane down to separate, so they have to kind of go into 2 lines.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can use your snap to bring down the crane.
Sure, I'll do that.
So you're focusing on that and getting into position. Itchy.
I think I should go with my idea of sneaking around through the other entrance and getting at this spawning device.
Alright. We'll get to that. Okay, so Paul, you're doing this thing with the crane.
Yeah.
At this point...
If there are any of the more senior and also technically minded members of HeroCast available, their support would be super.
Right now, Silent Striker shows up, and she starts miming a bow and arrow and shooting arrows at them.
Okay.
So she, as you are kind of like setting this crane up, actually, I'm not going to say you crash, I'm going to say you lower the stuff, like it's almost like a big cargo container. You lower, you're like picking up and lowering cargo containers. Basically, with your magic, you've turned this into a crane game. Mm-hmm. So you're creating almost like a little beachhead for them.
Okay.
And she is taking advantage of the spots to take shots. Mm-hmm. Now, Chris, as you go around the outside, you see this open area that's not defended, but it's literally coming right up close to the tower. Mm-hmm. What do? Like, you have an unobstructed walk up to the tower. You're within maybe 50 meters of it.
I'm going to scan my surroundings as I make my way towards it.
Your scanning device picks up nothing. It is completely jammed whenever looking inside this area 50 feet within. You cannot pick up anything.
Well, if it's being jammed, that doesn't mean there's nothing there. But I guess just cautiously make my way towards this spawning device.
All right, Chris, give me a 4 keep 4 dodge roll.
4 keep 4? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have any of my dice out, so give me a sec.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
21.
You see a flash of light, and you immediately jump backwards as this kind of like thing, like a light lights up on the device and shoots like what could be described as like a laser blast right where you were about to step, and leaves a 4-foot crater in the ground.
Jesus. So this thing's got some security.
Yeah.
Did I see where specifically the blast was shot from?
Up near the top, there are hundreds of these little circles, and one of them just lit up.
Hundreds of them?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Couple hundred of them.
Couple of hundred of them.
Couple of what of them?
Couple of hundred of them.
Alright, so that's this round for you.
Okay.
You have determined it does have defenses.
I
Gar.
have like that knot in my stomach because the Fine has the knot in her stomach.
Yeah.
Just feeling it.
Gar.
Yes.
That's roleplay.
They are still marching forward, and more being created every second.
Are they marching forward one by one? Hurrah!
Yes.
Hurrah! I'm not sorry.
Oh, we go.
Yeah.
We make holes in planets.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Alright, Gar. Some of them are marching toward. What do you want to do? You've got Paul's little beachhead on the one side. It's kind of open a bit on the other side. And in the middle, Demon Queen is just going to town on these things. After they die, they literally fall to dust.
In that case, I go to the nearest fire hydrant and I use one of my ray beams to blast off a piece of it.
Alright, so it's spraying water now.
Yeah, so it's spraying water.
Gar has made a pool party.
Alright, so there's now a big spray of water.
But since it's wintertime, water instantly turns to ice.
It's not that cold, Gar.
Okay, never mind then. I forgot.
It's as cold as it is outside now, so you're looking at 2 degrees.
Oh.
So it's just cold water, but they actually seem a little iffy about going toward that. Like they kind of like they're now focusing away.
Oh, are these science aliens?
No, they've just never seen water before.
Are they water soluble?
Well, water hits them, and they're like, they don't understand.
Fuck is this shit?
They've never seen water before, so they're kind of
Is
shocked.
there a fire hydrant nearby?
You just did that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Literally.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
So you basically created a distraction.
Yeah.
And some of them are coming over trying to stop the water. Alright, Emily.
Oh,
Wash them away.
Okay. Fine basically is in a state of remembering that the last time she was in this situation, she basically had no hope and had to flee her planet entirely.
Yeah.
So,
Not this
looking upon Demon Queen, she resolves instead to make sure that Demon Queen is able to continue fighting even when damaged. So she stays behind and tries to act as healer.
Okay. So you're keeping her up because she's taken a lot of damage.
Yeah,
So
and
you're flex
she
taping her up.
comes and just sort of puts her hand on Demon Queen's back and just looks at her and says, "I'm not going to let them hurt you."
She nods back, and you see that she's pushing herself a lot farther than she's ever pushed. Like, she is moving faster than you've seen her move. Like, she is literally like, you can feel the hits when she hits these guys.
Yep, and Fine is giving as much of her energy to Demon Queen as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to roll for that or not.
No, you don't. It's fine.
Okay.
We're kind of going through a lot of plot stuff, so it's more about our choices here. All right,
I've decided now that I hope this isn't annoying, but I've decided now that Fine no longer speaks in the third person when she's in her mega form.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
she's adapting.
Okay.
It's just like real Digimon.
All right, Blaze, I'm going to give you a truck pulls up, like a really nice kind of armored truck, and Sister Revolver gets out. Remember Sister Revolver, the gun-toting nun?
The gun nun.
She looks to you.
It's a revolver.
She looks to you. Hey, Kat, you know how to drive?
Yes?
You want to drive the truck and I'll shoot? Or should I drive the truck and you shoot?
You have guns. I think you can shoot faster.
Alright. As you get in behind the driver's wheel, she climbs into the back and pulls up a Gatling gun on a gimbal joint. Like, it's way too heavy for her to lift, but it's on this gun. And she just, as you drive,
So it's
like...
a turret.
Yeah, so basically you're driving... And the thing is, you can run these guys over, too. So I'm gonna... Itchy, can you give me a 4-keep-4 roll for Blaze?
That's 17.
Alright, so yeah, you're mowing these guys down as you're trying to just drive around and give Sister Revolver good shots. So she is, like, just laying into the monsters with the Gatling gun.
So would you say that you're
Yeah.
motoring?
It's your time for
But you're basically twisted metaling it.
Oh, sweet.
Get it, Sister Christian.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright,
surprised
so...
you know the song Sister Christian.
Yeah.
So anyway, the creatures are held back. They are not advancing anymore toward the crowd. However, no matter how many we take out, they're replaced with the next round.
So we need to take...
Guys, we gotta fan menace this.
You mean we gotta dance? Have a Jedi party?
Let's dance.
Or we could not pay the bill.
Alright,
Your red shoes.
Alright, we need to ram the
Dance
truck
blue.
into wherever they're coming from, and then wait for like 10 minutes, and then shoot it.
So a helicopter comes
Or
in
Phantom Menace it.
and drops off several people, and there are 5 Singularity clones, and they just start fighting. And from the helicopter, you see, remember Schick, the teleport guy?
Yep.
Is piloting the helicopter. He's basically on a gun shooting, just basically covering us. And Technofox runs in and starts trying to fight her way to help Demon Queen. However, Demon Queen is now overwhelmed. There are dozens, like they're just piling onto her. She can barely keep up. Fine is even having problems getting to her.
Yeah.
So the thing is, they're
Can I
realizing they
go
can't beat her. They have to overwhelm her. Paul, they are pushed against your barricade. You need more force. It's just because Silent Striker is not enough to hold them back at your end.
Okay, so what I would do is I would just... There's buildings and stuff that's boxing them in, right?
Yeah.
So would I be able to, like, look up at the buildings and, like, you know, knock down bits of them just to reinforce the barricade kind of thing?
Yeah, you can pile it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I could, like, do that and basically start running to corral more groups of them, right?
You find that everything you break off just falls right into place.
Right.
Like, it's almost like you've got this control over probability on chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So you build up your barricade and you buy Striker time for some of the couple of the Singularity clones and the helicopter, or the Singularity clones to come over and help cover that in.
Because my plan is to corral them and have another one of the heroes, or possibly myself or something like that, do something that can, like, mass hit them really hard.
Big AoE attack.
Well, right now you've pretty much fortified the position.
Yeah. That's my plan. That's my thing for right now.
Itchy.
Well, my main thing is to keep them away from the people.
Yeah.
So, these defenses that I'm seeing from the tower, if I shot my explosive bullets at them, would it be enough to get them all in one hit, or like how wide are we talking?
What? They're 9 stories up. Well, actually, it's about maybe 6.5 stories up. So you'd have to you see, like, you could try. I can't tell you if it would work or not.
Well, my options are a little not great. So
yeah. Well, none of our options are great. We're fighting a battle that's way above us.
I guess I'll give this a try. Use my explosive rounds.
All right.
Maybe I'll trigger something that will just disable them. That's a 0. My attack roll was 10 keep 5, right? I think.
I'm just doing 4 keep 4s, but I'm going to say that's a pretty good shot.
Okay.
So you've got it locked in, like in
So-
this area.
Yeah.
I'm also going to need a 4 agility check.
Okay, hold on. So 16. That's 47 on my attack roll.
Alright. You have it on target.
Okay, and then you wanted 4 dodge?
Yeah. I'm just going to do... Oh, shit. Hang on, I gotta tell it how to explode times.
What happened?
The machine is going to... Oh, shit.
The machine is gonna pimp.
The machine is probably going to make us 1 HeroCAST less.
29 on dodge?
Okay, so an explosion goes off.
Uh-huh.
It's your own thing. It literally left, like, as it left the barrel of your gun, once it crossed that threshold, a laser detonated in midair. That's how fast it is.
Oh, fuck.
So you were dodging your own explosion.
Oh.
The thing is designed, it's really good at it's decent at keeping people on the ground away. It is mostly meant for air assaults. So basically you estimate that this thing could fire approximately 100 to 200 times at once.
Jesus.
So it's pretty ridiculous. As you're starting to see what Fine is talking about, that these things are terrifying.
Hmm.
So that did not go so well.
Fun.
Gar! You've now got about 60 of these things marching in towards you. They're no longer afraid of the water.
Well, now
Now I'm
that
splashing and having fun.
I have water everywhere, I look at the nearest lamppost. I look at it and I slash it in half.
You know what? Sends out an electrical current that takes out about 20 of them
Oh,
before the
nice.
city shuts it down. Like it's a breaker.
Yeah.
But you took out 20 of them.
Awesome.
But then the next round starts marching in, and there's no more electricity in that spot. And you hear, "You want me to give you a hand?" You turn around, and
Mr.
Mayor
Electricity.
Bear is removing his tie, his
Oh.
clip-on.
Guess things are gonna get grisly.
So
Yes.
he goes,
Very grisly.
he's like, "I don't know what you do, friend, but you look like a puncher."
It's time for me to bury some fuckers.
Wow.
I'm making bear puns.
Well, whatever you
can't
say,
bear
Cougar.
So,
Time to teach these fuckers about the bare necessities.
Oh no.
Who's up for some bare knuckle
Never
boxing?
stop making bear puns.
More puns.
This is the second time I had a tabletop game.
I
and
want
I'm
to take a
making bear
picture.
puns.
It's a Kodiak moment.
I got a question for you. Only who can beat up alien scum? The correct answer is you.
These things don't seem like they can take a hit. And in that case, I'm the polar opposite.
Okay, what kind of bear is Mr. Bear?
He's a dude.
All of
He's
them.
a dude with a bear.
A mayor.
It looks like a black bear.
A
like
mayor
the
bear. That's it.
Like
He's
picture,
actually human. He's not actually a bear.
Oh.
no, like picture
Oh, I
like
thought he was an actual bear.
no. He's just a he is a homosexual man with a lot of body hair.
Oh,
but
that kind of bear.
he's
His
basically
quirk is bear.
Picture like All Might's body,
Mhm.
but the head is a luchador mask of a bear.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. I know.
That
what
was
I'm
not
looking at
even close to what I was imagining.
So, anyways,
So he's using fucking wrestling moves. He's like clotheslining guys and like elbow dropping some of them.
coming in for the suplex.
I thought-
God, it's Suplex City.
I thought it was just an actual bear with like
Me
like,
too. I thought it was an actual
the
bear.
same way like the principal of UA,
No, this guy's just a dude in a luchador.
or it's just a dude whose quirk is bear.
Dick Quirk is bear. Yeah, he's just a bear.
So
He's a doctor.
He's a werebear.
No, he was a normal human, but then he gained the quirk bear and just became a bear man.
No, he is a big human with a bear mask.
Okay.
Wait, if he's a doctor, does that mean he's a licensed therapist?
No,
Like actually get out. Don't actually.
all right.
That's an Earth psychologist.
I
He
got
is
that.
not in the health bear field. Anyway,
Okay,
Did you say
no.
health
is
bear?
Bear even in chat today? Is
He was
Yeah,
earlier.
he was, but now
Yeah.
he's gone.
Oh, if he's everyone's got to tell him. When
Let's just say he's an sign of things to come.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to bear this.
He's
What have I done?
he's really old, so you might have to hibernate after this.
To all of our listeners who aren't actually playing,
This
just bear
episode,
with us.
It went from alien overlord genocide monsters to bear puns in like 2 seconds.
Okay. The mayor shows up behind me. He takes off his tie. What does he do?
Oh, he's fighting.
Okay.
He's
He
literally.
beats the tie.
Yeah, you and him are like standing side by side, fist fighting the aliens.
Groovy.
Yeah. All right, Emily.
You're the bear's
You have lost sight of Demon Queen. She is literally piled on by like 50 of these things.
Okay,
Like, they're
can I
doing,
send a
like,
psychic
the-
message?
What?
Can I send a psychic message to Demon Queen?
Yep.
Okay. Demon Queen, retreat. We're being overwhelmed, and the only way that we can stop this is by destroying that machine. These will just keep coming unless we do. Believe me, I know.
She responds, "Can't retreat. Too many. Must not lose control."
Okay. So can I roll to try powdering them all?
Try what?
You know how she has acid powder.
Oh yeah. Itchy, if you have ace, give me a 4-keep-4.
Okay.
See, I've kind of got
Even
this
if
like.
it hits even if it hits Demon Queen,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll have a bigger effect on the monsters than it does
Yeah.
her.
24.
24. You hit acid, you kind of move them off, but it has good news and bad news. You get a lot of off, you get sight of her, but she's kind of pushed. She has to escape the acid cloud, so she's disoriented and moves further into the oncoming. So she's more kind of fighting her way, and she seems like her movements are now like she's in instinct mode. Like she's just like wailing around. However, she's moving faster than you've ever seen her. And like she's hitting everyone she hits, they like fucking disintegrate.
Yeah, they just explode into nothing.
She's got rage powers going on.
Dusted.
Yeah. However, a lot of them, they melt into nothing. The ones you hit. Because they are very susceptible to your powder. Alright, Blaze. You are driving the car. And it seems that Demon Queen is moving in, and therefore people that are already past her are still surging forward. Now, on the left-hand side, you have Mr. Slight and his ever-growing fortress of debris. And on the right-hand side, you think you see the mayor and Gar's character fist-fighting the aliens. However, in the middle, somebody's got to plug that middle area.
Alright. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do I know, like, the stuff that Ichi knows, like, where they have air support and land support?
I assume you've been updating people about what you're seeing, Chris? Yeah.
Okay, well, then, I have an idea. Sewers.
Sewers?
Yeah, if they have air support and land support, why don't we go underground?
Alright, so you're, how are you going to do that?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to say that into the comms. It's like, exactly that. It's like, if they have air support and land support, try underground.
Sewers.
Alright, so you're putting that idea out there. Are you going to go to the sewers yourself, or are you going to stay in the truck?
I mean, if we need to barricade the center area, then... I mean, I guess if we're doing that, I don't need to be there, so I'm going to try, yeah.
Alright, so you're going to, like, put the truck in the path of the things and leave Sister Revolver shooting?
Yeah, I'm going to let people know that she's there, so if someone wants to help her, they can.
Yeah. A couple of the singularity copies get on the truck, and because the thing is, like, if she runs out of ammo, she is a regular strength human being.
Yeah.
And a bunch of police robots, the ones that are being controlled by L-13, who's not there, but they are creating a full perimeter. Cool. And so you're going to jump into the sewers.
Yeah.
Okay. Sewer.
Sewer.
This is the second time I've been a cat person in the sewers.
Yeah.
Back to the sewers!
Oh, jeez.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Kitty.
Alright, I'm going to give a roll.
Alright,
so...
Shell.
This is genuinely, like, I feel like pukey. Like, it's really... intense.
All right, so you're moving closer. Are you trying to catch up to Demon Queen?
Oh, are you talking?
We're gonna do our turns at the same time.
Yeah, she's gonna try and get in there to get Demon Queen out.
As you start getting closer, you realize there's a big gap. There's no aliens where you are. And you see a lot of dust, and you see that she is tearing them apart faster than they can overwhelm her. But as you get closer, you see her eyes are glowing gold, just bright. And you see blue sparks of energy arcing over her body as she fights. And
honestly,
runes are lighting up on her skin in glowing blue.
Yeah.
Honestly, the look she gives back is something between extreme awe at how cool that is and kind of honest terror.
You realize her demon form is one of the people who destroyed your world. She has the body of one of the Overlord aliens.
Ooh, Demon Queen?
Yeah. She hasn't been able to unleash the glowing blue power yet, but the more she fights and loses control, the more she's using it. And you're not sure that she's completely in control of her emotions. She's hulking out.
Oh god.
Do I have to roll to attempt communication?
No.
Okay, I attempt communication. I try to see if that's really possible because Fine can't believe that this person that's become her friend could actually be one of them.
You hear very clearly Demon Queen's voice, in your head, going, "Gotta keep fighting. Can't let them pass me. I have to stop them at any cost." But you also hear this strange buzzing sound, this, familiar... it's not really a sound, it's like the mental signature of one of the overlords. Because you saw one once, it feels like that.
Yeah. Oh geez, Fine's crying at this point, and just in a complete honesty, I know this isn't a smart move, but this is all she can really do. She's just frozen now.
She what?
She has no idea what she's just frozen now.
Man, we are so mean. Well, we are so mean to Fine. I'm sorry, you came to a world where things are not easy for you.
Things are not fine.
No, it's okay. In fact, in complete honesty, the parallels with us is kind of...
Yeah.
Well, that's even more disconcerting.
Ironically, I wrote this before we had our argument. Paul.
Okay.
There is a lull. There is a little bit of a lull before the next ones are something is happening to them to slow them down. You don't know that Demon Queen is going apeshit.
Okay. Now, this machine that keeps farting them out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's the construction of it like?
It's mostly metallic, but almost like it's 3D printed, like that weird kind of texture to it.
Okay.
And it's got these modules that are dropping the creatures down, and above them are the red modules that are shooting at something nearby.
Okay, so my character would have a funny idea to think to himself, magic isn't the most common thing in the universe. Maybe whatever defenses it might have aren't prepared for magic, so he might prepare to do an attack on one of the pods or something like that to try and take one of them out to lessen the numbers and lessen the overall potential of their output.
Mm-hmm.
So would I be able to feasibly attempt to attack one, or would that just not work?
You can try to attack one.
Okay.
You gonna snap at it?
I've already got a pretty good barricade set up, and I heard something. My character doesn't know this, but I heard something that you said that I've been feeding my strategy from. But yes, I would like to try and attack one of them and see if maybe magic might be effective against it.
Alright, Chris, give me an evens or odds roll.
So just one day?
Yep.
Does it need to be called first before I roll it?
No. You just tell me what it is. There's 2.
9.
Alright, you snap your finger and you see one of the little red lights blink out for a second, and then it turns back on, and then one of the lasers launches right at you. This laser, is instantly, just speeding toward you.
Can I do a reflex check to maybe do, a barrier sort of thing, just to decrease the damage?
Give me a 4 key for it.
Okay.
Bing. Big pot.
Bingo.
27.
27. You dodge out of the way as this thing obliterates a huge chunk in your wall. If that had hit you, you would have been liquefied.
Right.
But
Damn.
you barely, like, we're talking like you dive on, like a non-graceful swan, like, you know, dive onto the ground.
Yeah.
As they just shoot, like, these missiles or these...
Maybe shit.
It's basically you damaged one of them and it went on to find target.
Yeah.
So every round this thing is going to try to hit you. Because you're a threat.
Okay.
You've pulled aggro, Paul.
Yeah, you pulled aggro.
Does that mean that it might not be able to create more soldiers while it's focused on me?
The soldiers are separate than the missile things.
It's got like a lower
Oh,
section
you were
where
trying to
it's-
take out one of the...
I was trying to take out one of the spawn things.
Okay, well, since we already played it, you missed and you hit one of the shooter things.
Okay.
Try again next round.
Well, you had a fairly far range away.
Yeah.
So you were off.
So I would have to get closer for that.
You were like eyeballing it and you just were off a little.
Yeah.
So I would need to get closer in order for that to work.
Itchy. I built this to be a very nearly unwinnable scenario. This is a literal survive long enough scenario.
Oh, okay.
That's what I figured.
We are incredibly we're strong enough to fight the creatures. We're not strong enough to take out the thing. Well, one of us might be.
Anyone here with psionic powers could possibly reinforce the wall that I built in order to slow them down further.
Sorry, Itchy.
Said the one with the magic powers.
Yeah.
The one that just took a shot.
You're alive.
It is your turn, Itchy.
Well, since fighting its defenses didn't work, I guess I will try and do what Paul did and try and shoot at the section of this tower that is spawning the mooks.
Yep. Hey, Paul, can you grab me a cream soda while you're out there?
Yeah.
Did somebody put them in the fridge, or did we forget to do that?
None of them are in the fridge.
Someone forgot to put them in the
Okay, just grab me a normal one.
That was not my best roll by far.
Thank you.
Are those yours?
22.
Oh, there's you.
22.
22. You do hit and disable one.
Okay.
There are more. However, you now have to roll a dodge roll as one of the things going to shoot at you.
Okay.
Santa Bear. The mayor of Maxima City is named Mayor Bear, and he literally is a big dude in a suit with a bear-style luchador mask on.
18.
He's a barbarian.
Yeah. Anyway, your armor takes, like, it scrapes, it tears part of your armor off,
Okay.
but you barely get out of the way.
Barely.
Yeah, you are hurt. Like, you've got blood, like, you've got, like an arm flesh wound. Like, you barely got out of the way of that.
So if I've disabled one of the spawners, how many of them are left?
19.
Fuck! Can I make 19 more dodge checks?
Yeah. Gar.
Yes.
Bear is getting tired. He is a older gentleman.
How strong is your punch?
I've got a few good ones left in. Why?
Maybe we can make them all jump up into the air quickly. If you know
That makes
what I mean.
absolutely no sense.
Punch the floor!
Oh, okay. He's going to roll and punch the ground. Yeah, he knocks several of them up into the air.
I'm gonna roll for my laser.
Yeah.
Goes in!
What is it? Roll 4, take, or roll 8, take.
Is it just 4 keep?
Oh, do 4 keep 4. And you're just trying to shoot your laser.
So I use
Just
8.
Just roll 4. You roll 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just roll 4 and add up what they all are.
Are you worried about our chances here, Emily?
I'm worried about literally everything.
Is 0 a 10?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 9, 10, 24.
And then you re-roll the 10.
Adding everyone in the server into the world.
5.
So add that 5 to whatever you just totaled.
29.
Are you okay?
You annihilate a lot of them. Like, they're in the air, you just nuke like 30 or 40 of them at one time.
You just straight up beam.
Yeah, and now there is a lull. Now we've gotten a lull on that side. Blaze. Underground, it is kind of fucked up down there. When the thing crashed, it collapsed a lot of the area. But you see a single person down there.
Okay. Now, can you go save them?
Oh no, they're glowing. They're blue and they're glowing. It is one of the Overlord aliens underground.
Oh.
And they've got like a device and they're typing stuff on it.
Do they see me?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to shoot a taser arrow.
Alright. You hit them with the taser arrow. It does nothing. They look right at you. Human.
No, cat.
You are
I'm an illusion.
You are a human. You are from this planet. Surrender.
Well, I'm from here. I'm not too sure about the human part, but
Surrender it.
what?
Surrender. Or
I
die.
don't think I have surrender the planet.
Yes.
I don't think I have that authority.
Enough words. Surrender now.
You first.
It's just like surrender. Okay, cool, bye.
They literally seem to disappear and appear in front of you. And are you in cat form or not cat form?
Well, you shot an arrow, so
Oh, yeah.
human.
Chris, give me a roll for them blocking.
What am I rolling?
4.
Cross my fingers.
Unless, Blaze, you want to type it into the bot? If you want some agency here?
Sure.
Roll 4d10.
How many? 4 D 10.
There it is.
23.
Alright,
23.
so
23.
you hold up your bow and arrow, and the punch shatters it. And it continues through and sends you flying several meters back like face first into water, as like
Ew,
lights
sewer
fill your.
water.
Basically, I don't decide what it looks like. Punch the lights out of you. You're not dead, but you are stunned for the rest of this round.
And now you smell like shit. Because sewer.
I was already in the sewer. I already
Yeah.
smelled like shit.
Yeah, so you barely survived. You rolled really well, so you didn't instantly have a broken neck or a broken limb. But basically, yeah, you got the daylights. You're dizzy. You're like a,
You're a bit beast.
You're like Daffy Duck. There's like stars floating around your head.
There are cats floating around my head.
Yeah. All right. Demon Queen is fighting. There is a rage growing in her, and you feel that you. Fine, you're still connected, right?
Yes.
You feel that the willpower of Dylan or Demon Queen is fighting against the natural instincts of what she is.
Known as the Willen.
You realize that you need to suppress the rage.
I mean, all this time we were waiting, I was basically thinking, Fine is thinking that Demon Queen is someone that they've come to trust, who is their friend, and they know that they're not really a monster like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, psychic power, what can Fine do? She's got to have some sort of secret ability she doesn't know she has.
I'm just gonna say, are you trying to calm her or make her stronger?
Yes.
Or all right?
She's basically reaching out as much as she can, like forming a connection, trying to pull Demon Queen away mentally from the Overlord.
As you pull it away, you feel the rage go down, disappear, and for 7 seconds, she glows perfectly radiant blue and has complete control over her powers. And in those 7 seconds, she defeats 40 aliens.
Nice.
And then
Wow.
turns back to orange and starts to fall back. She's still in the demon form. You can see that she's visibly weakened by what she just did. But she's calm, serene, and the monster inside is under control.
And let's just say, because it makes perfect sense, but Fine is not.
Not what? Not fine.
Not okay.
But do you fall back with her?
Yes.
All right. There was a lull because of Itchy shooting the thing, all this stuff. However, there is a huge wave coming forward, bigger than the other waves. So we fall back to the perimeter.
Yes.
Paul,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to do?
Okay, so the thing's gonna fire at me regardless, right?
No, because Itchy shot at it, and it's now. I'm thinking of him.
I have pulled aggro now.
Yeah, he pulled aggro.
Okay.
We're all tanks now. I would eat you.
There are way too many of them
Heart
coming.
attack.
There are approximately 500 of these things you're about to have to deal with in the next round.
Okay. Is there a way that he could use magic to use the defensive ones to actually trick it into aiming their blast at the oncoming thing so that, like, you could take out a bunch of them?
I'll
Like,
give you 50-50, evens or odds.
You just stand
call
like
it.
behind the army, like snap and then
Yeah.
duck so that it fires on their own
kind of
troops.
basically.
I'll give you evens or odds. It'll either fire at you or it'll fire at a group of them.
Okay. Should I?
You say the number, Itchy rolls it.
Or he can just roll
Oh,
it.
you can just roll
Even or odd.
I'll go.
Command your own destiny. Even or odd.
Even. 5.
What did you call?
You said even.
Yeah.
Alright, Paul, you need to give me a 4K4 dodge.
Okay.
Is somebody gonna die?
Damn dinner plate.
It might be me.
I had planned to at least 2 characters die this session. No, I'm just kidding. If people die, they die.
Yep.
Though from
I
how
do
well this
have a bit of a linchpin.
from how this is going, I don't know.
Goddamn dinner plate interfering with my destiny.
And 5. Okay. So
I have a lot on my plate right now.
13, 22, 27.
Alright, you dodge out of the way.
Okay.
But you're like knocked back.
Yeah.
They're marching towards. Gar's not here at the moment.
Guards.
But I'm going to say that him and Bear fall back to the barricade because there's a bunch coming.
The barricade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bear themed.
Blaze, you hear a voice. Get up.
Okay.
Get out of there. I will give you the power. Rejoin
Alright.
your friends.
Wake up, get up there.
Change into your other form. Do you change,
Alright.
Blaze?
Yeah, she's changing and she's gonna listen to whatever that voice says.
You are now a huge panther.
So now you're Data 7.
Thought you were gonna say a panda for some reason.
And as you fall back, you move fast. You move so fast, like you are and fire is coming off of you. You're a fire panda, basically. Or not panda. You are a fire panther.
I am a red panda.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to be a red panda? Like a flaming red panda
Like
or a panther?
your quirk evolves to just transform into other animals.
What do you want? Do you want to be a red panda?
If we're doing speed, let's say should we do cheetah for now?
You're a flaming cheetah, like flaming Cheetos. I mean,
Where's that progress key?
Flaming a hot blaze. Blaze, it makes sense.
I had that handy. All right, here. I don't know. I'm still handing it. But anyway, you're back up to the surface, and you managed to take out a few of them, getting back to where you are. You are very powerful in this form. Whatever force of magic gives you your power reached out to you in your time of need.
That's awesome.
And
I never thought it was magic. I thought that was just like a species ability.
well, this is the god of your species.
Alright. Yeah.
You can also still turn into the cat. You can just turn into this now too. All right, Itchy. Do you fall back?
I guess I'm going to start heading towards there, but I did successfully disable one of the pods last
All
turn,
right, so
right?
you're gonna stay. Yeah.
So is it possible for me to start heading back, but literally run and gun and try shooting another one while I'm running?
Yes.
Okay. I'm at least gonna do something on their way out. Ooh, it's a good one. $41.
All right. Yeah, you hit one, and you take one out. So now there are only 18 of them.
Excellent.
These things are marching forward. We all regroup, but there are way too many of them. You hear an alarm go off. Item entering Earth's atmosphere, heading toward Maxima City. Unidentified objects moving at supersonic speeds.
Coming from space or from somewhere else?
Demon Queen's like, that's not good, right?
The ultimate somewhere else?
Wait, wasn't this thing the meteor?
Yep.
Are they sending more?
You hear over the comm a familiar voice, ETA, 4 seconds.
Pinnacle?
Yep.
Nice.
You see this streak of, like, it almost seems like reality bending, and something hits the ground in the middle of the, where the creatures are. They kind of, like, float up into the air, and you see what looks like 100 pinnacles punching each of them. Like, like punching one each. So 100 of them are dusted instantly. You see her move, and there's 100 more, and they all get knocked down, and then she appears next to you. We need to take out that tower.
That's what I've been trying to do.
What's its defenses?
Every time you fire a shot at it, it's got like 100 of these defense modules on the upper level of it that just fire back at light speed before my bullets can even hit it.
She turns. They turn. Singularity, can I get a count? Singularity pauses. There are 350 modules. And Pinnacle's like, 300, eh? That would be challenging. Gar, are you here? Where are you, Gar?
In the washroom.
Oh.
Is he okay?
Not okay?
He's got butterflies in his stomach. He's nervous about the battle.
No.
Can you continue? Okay, well, we'll give you a minute. It's like, alright.
He had to go brush his teeth real quick before fighting evil.
No, he's in pain right now.
That's important.
I need...
Why did I say that?
Pinnacle looks at you and goes, I need you all to hold this line. I've weakened them a bit. I'm gonna attack it. I need... What is your name, even? What is his name? The Gar's character.
Lucas.
Lucas, I need your help.
Sure.
Oh, one of the fucking things bashed me right in the skull.
What things?
Runs.
Oh.
Okay.
Gar is LARPing the hit that Blaze took.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't have... I'm sorry, Gar. If I had my naproxen, I'd give you one.
I know.
If you want naproxen, there's some in my room.
I feel like it would help.
Alright, so, well... Pinnacle grabs on to Lucas, and they disappear. Instantly. I need to know what you're going to do to hold the line, each of us. Demon Queen is just... She's back in normal mode. She's just fighting as best she can. You can tell she's exhausted.
Well, I haven't used any of my elemental bullets. I think I would start shooting ice bullets at the ground so that the monsters are slipping on them and can't get close.
Alright, that works. Paul?
What I've been doing has been creating barricades to keep them stationary, so...
The barricades, we're to the point where we gotta defend the barricades. The barricades are getting no better.
I would stand on one and basically just start frantically snapping at things.
Alright, they are like poofing as you're snapping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's taking a lot out of you. You've never
he's basically pushing it as far as he can, taking out as many as he can.
Emily.
Guys, I'm sorry, I can't do this.
It's okay.
It's just the pain's too much.
Alright.
The pain is way too much.
Alright.
If you want naproxen, it's in my room.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
He's got a toothache.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
And laid straight up into my skull.
Yeah, it's like a root
It's
problem.
bulging it. Yeah, you told me about it before. Sorry
Yeah.
about the weird talk there.
No,
I
it's
just-
okay. It's just it's flaring up and he's doing his best. So we're just trying to. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so
Take
Pinnacle does
the
not
car
grab
out of
Lucas.
the tongue.
Lucas just starts fighting. Pinnacle goes, I need a volunteer. I need somebody to hit that thing, and you get one shot. However, not gonna lie, the chances are not great.
Fine immediately steps forward.
Can you hit hard really quickly when I say and hit a specific target?
Yes.
All right, come with me. She grabs you and you disappear. Blaze, what are you doing? What are you doing to hold the line?
She feels it's her duty to do this when she couldn't save her world. She'll save her duty.
I know. We got to do Blaze first now. Blaze, what are you
I
doing?
guess I'll be on top of the barricade, just shooting wherever I can.
Yeah, okay.
Did you have another bow?
Oh wait, yeah, no, my bow's gone.
Sister Revolver hands you a machine gun, like a fully automatic, like heavy.
So he's gonna be a panther with a cheetah with a machine gun?
Yep.
Machida?
That's awesome.
A machita gun.
Cheetahman.
Yeah.
Cheetah man.
So you're just laying down the law. So
Never
This
cheetah
is
man.
my boomstick.
you come to a stop on. Fine comes to a stop on the roof closest to the spire, but outside of its range, of its north defense range. And they say to you, "All right, here's how my powers work. I can warp reality around me, temporarily bending time and space. I am going to make as many of myself as possible in a fraction of a second and punch every laser out of the sky I can. At that same time, you are going to be falling toward the spire. There is a blue control module. You need to hit it with everything you have. You will have 2/3 of a second to hit it. Do you think you can do it?"
I will give everything I can to do this.
All right, so they grab you and you disappear. You are now 10 stories above the spire, free falling. Now you have wings, so this is nowhere near as terrifying for you as it was going to be for Gar. Because we were going to throw Gar at the thing, but Gar's not feeling well, so Gar's heroic opportunity will be postponed for later.
Again.
It's like the story of HeroCast.
Yeah, it's...
Gar was going to be a hero, but he
was
couldn't.
unavailable that day.
Yeah.
No, he's amazing.
No, Gar is amazing.
We know this.
His teeth are not, but he's under no control in that.
You hear that, Gar?
The
He thinks
boy
he's got
is
weak
doing
teeth.
his best.
Well, I imagine Gar doesn't
Let's
think his
not-
teeth are amazing right now either.
The boy is doing his best. Let's
No,
not. share him on a
Gar
live
is
stream.
nowhere at fault. Gar needs to just feel better.
Yes.
He's the hero of his own mouth.
If only the enemy was allergic to toothaches.
Yeah. The Emily. We've got an Emily on it.
Yeah.
All right, Emily, or somebody by proxy. We need to roll 4, keep 4.
Do you want to just type it into the bot, Emily?
Oh, yeah, how do you do that?
Just type dot roll 4d10 like Blaze did.
At some point, can I try a new attack, Tom?
No, 4 space, 4 letter D 10.
Oh,
40-10.
I roll 40 d10s.
oh, it's G10.
Yeah.
And I-
Dude, at least one of those is a bogus die.
4d10. 4d10 is one.
Without the space between 4 and D.
I'm sorry.
Invalid syntax.
And that's Lane's character, like setting you
Okay,
up.
I did it.
There you go.
Wait, you got 3 sevens.
You know what? That's lucky.
Yeah.
All right, so you shoot out your energy blast and you strike it right on the money.
Jackpot!
Meanwhile, as you're falling toward it, every one of the missile things fires at once, and Pinnacle just splits into 300 some odd versions of themselves and blocks
300
each of the
versions.
beams.
Mm-hmm.
And as you strike it, Like, we're talking Independence Day explodes outwards. Bang, 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 bang. Paul, you can have your one more attack if you want.
Okay, well, what I was planning on doing is
Pardon
just
me.
like, my character's been rapid fire snapping this entire time. What I wanted to try was like something he's been experimenting with where he pulls back his arms and he simultaneously does 2 really hard snaps, but it's like a huge sort of like wave kind of thing.
Well, you do. As the wave starts, they start disintegrating toward you. So your wave goes one way and the other wave goes... So it was working, but you did it just as they were disintegrating because the machine was broke.
It's the double fist punch of energy attack.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you got off that cool attack, but like, there's no dust. And Emily, I need you to roll 4d4 to pull out your wings and not crash into the explosion.
Roll 4 dice to not
Is it
die.
D4s or D10s?
To be completely honest,
D10.
what happens here is...
Is it 4D4s or 4D10s?
4d4. Sorry, 4d10s.
Okay, so the one you did before.
Denny's.
Yeah, 'cause Liam-
Alright, you managed to dodge the fireball and come in for you're coming in really hot for the landing, but you strike the ground, you skid to a stop in front of your friends, but you're okay. You're bruised, you're battered, but you're okay.
Yeah, she's pretty torn up, but I guess she's alive.
Not even.
So there's like dust coming from the skies, things are calming down, the police have now, like kind of gotten everybody safe. There are no more creatures standing. Pinnacle slams the ground as they land nearby. Alright. That's done. They apparently hid that device inside one of the inert parts of the comet so we wouldn't notice. It was a trap. While I was attacking the big part of the comet, and they collapse onto the ground. Just funk, like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Pinnacle.
My character radios for a med team.
I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna try to stab her with a health arrow, just so to do little I can.
It won't break their skin.
Damn.
I'm guessing if I try to use
They would have to be
healing,
conscious
I'm
and
so
allow you to hit them with a health arrow.
And attempted a healing spell?
You feel that it does something.
Yeah.
However, fine, you're gonna try to measure what's going on. Try to.
Yes.
They are absolutely unhurt in any way. However, you sense the most extreme level of exhaustion you have ever sensed. You would imagine that Pinnacle has not slept in 2 months. And from you guys realizing, Pinnacle has been at one operation and another constantly. The day that Pinnacle came and oversaw your tryouts was the last time you saw them take any symbol of a break, and that was for an hour. Pinnacle has superhuman physiology, but has been pushed far beyond, and they are unconscious in basically a exhaustion coma.
Yikes.
Pinnacle literally flew back from Mars just now to win this battle after punching an asteroid in space for 4 days. Pinnacle has pushed themselves beyond any semblance of what any one person should ever push themselves.
Wow.
Can Fine take Pinnacle's hand?
Yeah. Singularity shows up, and Pinnacle actually is very heavy. Their body is actually 10 times denser than the average human being. So it takes 2 Pinnacle drones to put them in the ambulance.
Can I take a singularity off to the side?
Yes.
Hey, I saw one of the things Fine described down in the sewer. You might want to send your team down there.
I'm sending it right now. And you see 2 of the drones. You see 2 of the drones run off. So anyway, the damage was not catastrophic, meaning the sports ball stadium has been destroyed.
Hooray!
And there is a lot of property damage, but there were no casualties.
Hooray!
Excellent.
Oh, thank God.
I need to take
property damage.
I need to take a 5-minute break because I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Can we pause the podcast?
Sure.
So anyway, a couple of days later, things have cleaned up. There have been low casualties. There has been no sign of any more aliens. You are called into a briefing. Paul, you are exhausted. Like, you were taking a couple of days off.
Mm-hmm.
You did very well. And Midnight Striker...
I could be on like a quick video call, or like an audio.
No,
call.
I'm just ready once you can just leave and you don't have to be part of the upcoming conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, they've got you video call, and it's like, how are you feeling?
Yeah. I've not used that many spells in succession in a long time, if ever. That was great at testing my abilities. Not so great in terms of effectiveness, so I guess I got more training to do.
So Singularity goes, well, we'll keep in touch. Take a few days to rest and recuperate. So far, we've got no other things on the horizon.
I'm going to need a butt ton of sushi. That is all.
Has your character been practicing sign language?
Yes.
I
was going to on my next level. Do a proficiency in sign language.
Silent Striker signs. I'll bring you some.
And on the video call, it's like signs. Thanks.
She corrects you slightly, but nods. I'm gonna say that it's like you're almost there. She can tell you what you said.
And his response is, "I'm working on it." Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Find out on the next times.
So anyway, a Singularity goes up. I have notes. Pinnacle is not in any danger, but until... I don't think she's ever pushed herself like that before. And by that I mean what she did yesterday with she basically fractured reality 350 times at the same moment.
Yikes.
Her record before that...
Is it going to have any lasting consequences?
We don't know. But I'm not seeing any diminished power level. Her powers are definitely still intact. However, how long it takes her to mentally and physically recover enough to wake up from what could be best described as an exhaustion coma is anyone's guess. However, all of us are to be commended. Mayor Bear wants to do a ceremony and give us all medals.
And bear hugs.
Except for Chewie, you can have his.
I was about to say, except for Chewbacca.
You can have his in 40 more years.
Wow.
He only just... No spoilers for the new Star Wars.
Hashtag finally. Hashtag where's Chewie's medal?
No, that was
Subtle.
that was actually something I cheered at.
I know. My point is... Never mind. Moving on.
Spoilers. Anyway, things have been has been quiet, but there is a bit of a situation.
Oh.
As you know, there is that strange woman who I believe you call Misery.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I thought she was going to come back.
She has not been heard from in a while. And there was a supervillain that was broken out of maximum security prison. He, in his heyday, his youth, was known as Big Bad Man. But his name is actually Seth Sirius.
This is for Lane.
He is currently sleeping.
We'll just put it near the door.
He's in Sleepy Lane.
It's our special guest hero.
Whoa.
Anyway.
He's on Lullaby Path to Hushabye Mountain.
He was a techno-themed villain back in the day. Taken out by many heroes that are no longer on this planet at the moment. He is
dead or not on Earth?
No, they're fighting. They are fighting on the other end of the galaxy in the interdimensional
Oh,
war.
yeah.
He was a B-list villain. He is not really... We're not really sure why he was targeted. But we can expect that... apparently, from what I heard, he had some kind of technology in the prison with him and sprung himself open from the inside. Or sprung himself out. So why he was waiting or why he was suddenly ready, we don't know. But at the moment, it is unprecedented. We do not have the safety net of Pinnacle. So until Pinnacle is awake and back up to fighting spirits, we have to pick up the slack.
I don't know why he waited to break himself out, but we're about to find out. Reboot! Wait, wrong show.
God damn it.
I've been working with a group of you, and we have new upgrades.
Sick.
Techno Fox, if you will. Oh, hey, yeah, I've been working on a new suit for Midnight Shoot. Hey, that rhymed.
A new midnight suit?
The new Midnight Suit. It'll be stronger, faster, and give you more ability to have different kinds of weapon payouts.
Sick.
And you hear this strange thing in the back of your head. I could give you more power. I could be a weapon that you've never felt before.
Oh, you got a Jarvis?
All you have to do is wield me.
Did someone say something?
Everyone's like, no, nobody said anything.
Can I figure out where this is coming from?
Yeah, give me a 4Q4 roll.
Wield me!
Itchy, is there a demon in your head?
You don't have to drill that far to get the demon out of my brain! 28.
You sense it coming from the vault.
The vault.
Yeah, where amazing weapons and stuff is stored in the cast.
Is
The
it
cast compound.
Is this stuff that's been
weapon in there.
as in stuff
Right,
we've developed? Hold on, is this stuff we've developed or stuff we've confiscated?
Both.
Can I go in and figure out which is
Yeah,
which?
you have access to the vault.
Okay, then I'd like to go in and see what is going on.
Over here.
I follow the voice.
On the table, you see the hex pistol.
Oh.
I remember.
You might not need me now, but there will be a time when you might.
Is there anything I should know?
Take me with you.
Anyone mind if I take this?
Nobody's paying attention.
Okay, cool.
So you're gonna take the hex pistol?
I don't plan to use it, but better to have it and not need it.
Yeah. So you have access to the hex pistol.
Cool.
Anything I
Use
should
access to what?
No, you're good for
know?
now.
Alright.
The hex pistol, one
You
of our
did
enemies
good.
was
You
using
did
it
good,
previously.
Mr. Slight.
Oh yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
So
Right.
you have the hex pistol.
Cool.
I don't actually have a lot more. Well, we've been doing what for an hour and a half, hour or so.
Yeah.
I think that's a good space to stop.
Sure.
So we are gonna have to pick up the slack. So, anyways,
I need a new bow.
oh yeah, you're gonna be made a new awesome bow.
Yeah.
So you guys, we can discuss upgrades to your characters at some time that's not right now. Thank you everyone for watching HeroCast. For
Hooray.
listening to
Yeah,
watching the
thanks.
screen while we say
Thanks for having
HeroCast.
me on here, guys.
Hope you enjoyed that crazy battle.
I thought it was pretty clever of what I was doing.
Yeah, it's pretty clever.
Trauma.
I'm going to say, for the sake of you, when you were fighting at the beginning of the fight, Mayor Bear was about a head and a half taller than you. By the end of the fight, you could swear you were taller than him.
Oh, nice.
She grew 3 sizes that day.
You now can automatically grow, like, when you go into your form, you are 8 feet tall.
Sweet.
Naturally. And you are now stronger.
You're stealing your thunder, Gar.
Just from you, like, pushing yourself.
Cool.
Alright, so that is the session for today.
Hooray.
Thank
Thank
all.
you.
Yeah. Thank you all for playing, and thank you all for listening. I will see you guys in a week or two.
We'll see.
Or if you're watching them all together and you're binging, I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. So, as always, don't forget to check out castranger.podbean.com for the primary source of our hijinks. Everything fans out from there. Our Facebook page, Twitter account, our Patreon, where you can donate to help us make the show better for you, and our Discord server, where you can not only chat with other fans like yourselves, but also take part in the chat sessions of our live recordings, such as you've been seeing here in the corner. And for those interested in our main show, Radio Sentai Castranger, we record those Friday nights if you want to join in on the Discord. And we have weekly episodes going out. So thanks to everyone who tuned in any form or another. And we'll see you on the next one.
Good night.
Right.
Bye-bye.